think I'm gonna need a drink for this. I do not apologize for the things that I'm about to say. I'm gonna say them whether you like it or not. Let me first start here very simply. I never wanted Lampard. I never wanted Lampard. Check the tapes. Please check the tapes. Check the footage. From when Lampard was hired, I never wanted it because I knew it would end up like this. I knew it would end up like this. Because I have a new revelation, because there's a new thing that I want to add in that maybe people have not seen yet. Something new that I have now found out watching this match, because we've talked about his clueless, his directionless, players and so forth. This can't be salvaged, hence why this is about sack him now. He has to be sacked tonight. Because normally I say 9 a.m. next day, the next day. He needs to be sacked tonight. Because what I saw here is training. Training. Man for man, Chelsea are a better team. Man for man, individuals, man for man, Chelsea are a better team. But why did Leicester City look so much better? They have a better manager. They train better. Those clowns I saw look like strangers. So it's made me know that the players have given up on him. He's lost the dressing room. They're not fighting for him anymore. And this is football 101, management 101. Once you lose the dressing room, you never get it back. You never get it back. Once you lose the dressing room, you never get it back. Simple as that, because this is the harsh reality of the world. If it's between the players and the manager, you choose the players. It is what it is. The manager never wins out. Manager versus the players will always win. Now, if it's a certain player or so forth, it depends who the player is. But if the units say, we're not messing with the dude, the manager's out. Guys, as I was just looking at this, I was like, okay, what is the issue here? What is the main issue here? Because my thing is that you can put everybody in the right position. You can play Havertz in the right position. You can put everyone in the right position because it was as strong a lineup as you could have with Giroud having the injury and so forth. But guys, we've reached a point where even if he picks the right lineup, it's not going to work. Because the morale isn't there. The belief isn't there. The players don't believe in what he's doing. So training during the week, these players are like, I don't understand what the tactics are. I understand what the strategy is. The team ethos is gone. I am begging. I am begging to hear from you proper Chelsea fans. You guys who've insulted me and abused me with your complete trash and nonsense. This trash and nonsense. Hence why I want this nightmare to end, because this has been a freaking nightmare. This season has been a nightmare because I had so much hope of what Chelsea could do this season, because I believed under the right tutelage these guys could do great things. They could do great things. But I've had to deal with these stupid, shameless, moronic, stupid, thick-headed fanboys who they don't care about Chelsea. You can insult me over my Chelsea fanship that, oh my gosh, it's a real fan, fake fan. You can insult me all you want. But ironically, I care more about Chelsea than you stupid idiots. Because you dumbos, you care more about, oh, Lampard is a legend, he must be supported. What if this so-called legend is hijacking Chelsea? What if this so-called legend is regressing Chelsea? Because guys, this is the situation. Even if he gets sacked, guys, the new manager has an issue. Because it's going to take some time to fix this. Because what I fear is you've bought the wrong players. This is a wrong kind of Frankenstein monster that you've tried to put together. So a new manager coming in is like, okay, how do I fix this? Because what have you bought? What have you instructed them? The morale is down. Look at what they've been doing for the past 3-4 months. How long is it going to take to course correct this? Because what you're hoping for is a Hansi Flick situation where Hansi Flick is like, fuck, you go out, you F this up, bro. All right, bet. Let me bring in this whole thing. And Hansi Flick, took me a few weeks, boom. That's what you're hoping for, because, guys, what I'm seeing here, this is 2-3 months of garbage. 2-3 months of complete, utter garbage, guys. That performance was awful. That was sad to watch. Awful, because you look at players where they have no clue what the hell to do. It's vibes. It's full on vibes. I want to know that I need names. I need names of you losers who still want to keep Lampard. I need the names of you losers who still want to keep Lampard. Because you people, you make me sick. You make me sick because you're sad. And you're weird, because, guys, this is about football. Is this about football? Or is it about, oh, Chelsea, my family. Oh, the proper Chelsea. The Chelsea tradition. What do I know? Chelsea. It's a freaking concept. It's an institution. It's a company. You don't get any freaking money from what Chelsea do. They're a freaking company that employs people. And Chelsea exists for our entertainment. Football is entertainment. This isn't politics. This is not the freaking UN. It's for an entertainment. And we get entertained by them playing entertaining football and winning. And if an employee of that institution is not making this team entertaining and winning, get off. How are you in a situation where we're now having to think of excuses for Lampard because he's a legend? I was talking to one brick. I was talking to one Class A brick this morning who says that, well, because Lampard is a legend, he should be treated differently. If you were a proper Chelsea fan, you would know that who Lampard is. I don't give a damn who Lampard is. I don't care. Because for some people, you're so sick. You're so lost in this dumbass sauce of Lampard, the saint, that there are guys who said if Chelsea were 10th, they'd still back Lampard. There are people who would still say that Chelsea, who've invested 200 million, a team known for winning trophies, if these guys were 10th, they'd still back Lampard. Guys, do you know the depths of the insanity I'm talking about here, guys? Do you know the depths of insanity I'm talking about, guys? Guys, I have a family. Chelsea isn't my family. I already have a good, loving family already with uncles, aunts, sisters, brothers. Cool. Chelsea, what I need from you is my entertainment. Is to be entertained. I don't care about, the history of the club, the tradition of the club. No. For me, yeah, look, Drogba, Zola is cool and everything, but why do I have to have a special attachment? So if Zola is now the manager, but you're breaking it up as a manager, I should now sort of keep on supporting you because I'm a Chelsea fan and you're a legend? No, that's stupidity. That is utter complete stupidity. What I saw, because I've got your boy Eddie in the background. I'm going to bring him in soon, man, because I know Eddie has a lot of things to say, for sure. Eddie has a lot of things to say. But we've reached a point right now where this season is a bust. This season is a bust, It's over. It's over. Like, I believed that this was a season where Chelsea could have really battled for the Premier League, because it's so painful. Because look at what's happening with Liverpool. Okay, City are now coming back right now. Look at United. Look at the kind of guys who are battling for the title right now. If Villa, I don't even want to bring the Premier League table. I may bring it in after me and Eddie talk, but I don't even want to bring, because the Premier League table looks ugly. It looks really ugly right now. I don't want to bring it up. Because Red Devil, you might be right. These dudes could not be battling for top 4. Lampard, you moron. You complete moron. Because hopefully, I pray that you get sacked. Or rather, you step down. Because Lampard, if you have any pride, because I know you're very arrogant. I don't know, you're an extremely arrogant man. But Lampard, put your arrogance to one side and step down. Because you have effed this up. You've screwed up this team. You've screwed up this total season. And The only thing a new manager can do is now get top 4. Thank you very much. Thank you for screwing up this season. You've messed up. You've messed up this whole freaking season. So all that is left right now is a dumbass FA Cup that I don't care about. I'm trying to do something in the Champions League. And I want that freaking Champions League. So please, Lampard, get the heck out of this freaking club. And let a new manager come in, get top 4, and try and do something mid-February against Atletico Madrid. Because as Lampard, I don't want to see your face. I don't want to see any of your crew. Pack your bags and just clear out. Pack your bags and clear. I told you guys, I don't give a damn. I'm real. As a player, cool. Player, well done. Congrats. This is management. This is different source. Okay? And I'm going to give it to you 100% real. You're a crap manager. You have no idea what you're doing. You're not built for this level. Go back to the championship or go learn the freaking trade because you obviously do not have a clue what you're doing at this level. And I just think for Abramovich and Marina, you knew that, guys, it is what it is. I understood why you had him. And I understood why you kept him. But I think that he should have been sacked months ago. But it is what it is. There's no point in looking back in the past. It is what it is. You sack him now. You sack him now. And Lampard, if you have any pride left in yourself, don't get sacked. Just step down. It is what it is. Management's just ends for you. It's quality player, not a good manager. And we've had many examples of this. Maradona, for me, the GOAT, wasn't a very good manager. Marco van Basten wasn't a great manager. Seedorf, they have the list of names of legendary players that Lampard is even close to that didn't become good managers. So it is what it is. You stupid, idiotic, dumbass, proper Chelsea fans who are trying to create this stupid fairy tale. You're the reason why we're in this situation right now. Because you've given this guy time. And you stupid idiots, you will want this team, this talented team, to be 10th, 11th in the table, fighting for top 4 if Lampard is still leading them through. And you idiots, you want to give this dude time? This dude, you want to give him time? Talk to me, man. Eddie, man.
Where do you even start? I was just listening to that idiot talking, yeah, and this guy had the audacity to bring up the fact that this is a young squad. I'm sorry, but a young squad is not equal.
Eddie, I swear to you, this guy is just there's something wrong with this guy.
He has the audacity. He has the audacity to bring up the fact that this squad is a squad in transition. Can you believe this fool? And they asked him a question about his future, and this guy said, "Oh, there are some things that are out of my control." Well, Lampard, let me tell you something. Yes, the day you get sacked is not within your control. There's one thing that's within your control. That's the day you resign. That's the day you tell the team you do. I mean, wasn't it Gattuso that did the same like 2 years ago? He said, "I'm not good enough. Step down." That's all you need to do, man. But I mean, now that's just addressing a few things. I was just watching that while you were talking as well, and I was like, I don't know if you saw me slump on my chair. I was like, this guy is waffling, man. Like, you have no idea what's happening here. But when you saw the lineup, HH, what did you think?
You see, no. You see, Eddie. See, my thing about it is that Ziyech ain't playing. You can probably put Ziyech as a number 10 and so forth. But when you even see the lineup, you're like, okay, because remember, Giroud was injured. So they said that Giroud was injured. He picked up an ankle injury. So I was like, okay, I would still want the 4-2-3-1 Havertz as a number 10, but this is maybe the best out of a bad situation. But Eddie, what I now found out, what's God revealed to me is that, Eddie, even if you pick the best formation, it's not going to change. If you put the best team, best formation, guys in their strongest positions, the manager is the issue. The players have given up on the manager. So in training, There's no semblance. So because Eddie, we're dealing with a guy who
Look,
he doesn't have a freaking clue. He doesn't have a clue.
I first thing that stood out to me there was, and I tweeted this out. I said it's time for us to free Zuma, because why the hell was Zuma not there today? How are you playing a game against Jamie Vardy, Jamie fucking Vardy, and you leave Kurt Zuma on the bench, your fastest defender?
The Zuma thing is weird.
How?
The Zuma thing is weird.
Can somebody in the chat explain that to me? Like, that was the first thing that stood out to me about that lineup. And then you're playing Kovacic in the base of midfield against Ndidi, Madison, and Tielemans. Like, I mean, if you had players injured, I mean, apparently Kante is still injured, fine. You can play the 3-4-3. Gives you more protection in defense, because you know you're going up against a juggernaut in terms of how they attack.
Yeah, and how they counter. No, okay, but Eddie, let me ask you this. If, let's say, they picked, it was the best possible formation, best possible team in all the players, do you still think that this team performs better and wins the game?
Not in attack, but probably in defense a bit better. Like, that defense was bad today, man. Forget about the fact that Chelsea can't even attack. That defense, that second goal, man, Rudiger and Rich James. Are you kidding me?
And they could have scored more. Leicester City could have scored more. Because they were getting that ass, they could have really gotten that ass even more.
Rich James and Chilwell today, trash. Like, you can't spin it any other way for me. Rich James and Chilwell, trash. Like, the whole team, no one even put in an average performance. And I see some popular Chelsea Twitter guys calling out Havertz and Kovacic without putting Mount in that conversation. Are you mad? Are you actually mad, fam? Nah. I can't deal with the delusion anymore. Like, I sent you one of it. It's like, how do you not see? Did you see the pass Mount missed in the first half? Like, this guy can't even make a 10-yard pass. And you're telling me that he's not part of the problem? Nah, man. Like, okay. He's lost. I said this during the Man City game. He's lost some players. He's lost the dressing room. Like, I was watching Ben Chilwell today. That guy did not feel like crossing that ball. Go watch the game again. Every time Ben Chilwell got the ball on the byline, he cut back in.
No. Do you know, this is what it is. Mendy and Ben Chilwell are average. But because Arrizabalaga is so horrible, and because Alonso is so horrible, it made it seem that they were amazing. Yeah. But in and of themselves as individuals, bro, Ben Chilwell is
Mendy was good today.
Mendy can hold his head up high today. But
today,
without
Mendy,
it would be
I'm talking
4 or 5.
I'm talking in like
I hear
sense.
you.
General
but
sense.
Today he was good.
Bro, without Mendy, it's 4-0. It's 4-0 without Mendy, 100%. So sorry, Eddie, go.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chilwell's average. Yeah, but I know Chilwell can cross the ball. I know if he's got space, this guy would have space and still cut back in. Like, he did not feel like putting the ball in the box with Tammy Abraham, because he's like, what's the point? On the other side, Rhys James, his balls have no sauce anymore to them. Like, every time this guy crosses, it was like there's two things they were doing to Rhys James. Either you close him down and prevent him from crossing, or if he had the space to cross, you went to the far post and mark whoever was there because you knew the ball was going there. It was so simple to play Chelsea. And even when Chelsea, I mean, I don't know if it was Lampard's instruction, early in the second half, they tried playing from the middle. These guys didn't know how to do anything. These guys didn't know how to do stuff. And the thing that frustrates me the most, and this is why I keep saying Werner has lost confidence. I don't know if you saw Werner come on. This guy did this 10 times. He would literally point to where he wanted to run. And I'm saying, put the ball through. This guy is in space. Nothing. Zero. Like,
no, because again, that was a thing that Hassan Hutel was saying, because I was reading in detail, because Hassan Hutel was saying, like, the key thing is in transitions. That you have to play to Timo Werner's strengths, and one of the key things for Timo Werner is quick transitions. And if you have quick transitions, which is why I say you have to play the ball early, because he's got a very good acceleration, which means that he very quickly reacts and can quickly get into the space. So you have to give him the ball as early as possible in your transition, which is just not what Chelsea are doing.
You see it as early as possible and give him the ball. Like, how hard is it to just put a ball through to the guy, man? Like how hard is it? Like, I mean, for the first time today, I saw a through ball in a long time from Rich James to Tammy Abraham. I was like, my goodness, like
No. But the key thing, Eddie, before I come to Daniel, like, the key thing, Eddie, is that is this it? Like, is like for Lampard, like, is this it?
I don't think he gets sacked today. But even if he doesn't, I don't even care anymore. Like the guy just needs to resign at this point. Like
He'll never
I've
resign.
said it. I've said it that
No,
I've
no.
made my peace.
Eddie, if you're telling me what he said in that freaking press conference is true, does that sound like a man that's going to resign? No.
He's blaming the players, man.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, I've always said I think the club want to give him to the end of the season. And I've kind of made my peace with that. So unless he resigns, look, there's nothing much we can do about it. One thing I'll say is, look, I think Rich James, I don't know. I think since the thing came out about his knee, he has been up and down. So he just needs to probably go. If I was him, I'll go do the surgery, man. I'll just go for surgery and like not play because you're looking bad right now. Like the whole squad looks horrible. I don't know how you can tell me 11 players are that bad.
No. Maybe as you can, like, you can just easily see when a team has given up on a manager. Where I just look at the body language of the players, where the players are like, you know what, fuck this.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you see Ziyech today? Ziyech is giving up. He's frustrated. He played only 20 minutes, and man's looking like, what the hell am I playing with?
No. I think guys will just go through the motions. Okay, what's it called? Daniel, man, look.
Well, no, I was just trying to look at like the ages of the squad. So when people say this is a young squad, I mean, obviously there are young players in it.
But then average age, because that's how you know they looked at it.
Silva's 36. Kovacic is how old?
26. Should be
26. Mendy, 28. Like most of those players are at least over 23. I would guess. Maybe not Abraham. Well, Abraham's probably 23, but like it's a young team. I don't know if I necessarily buy that. Just because it has young players in it doesn't mean like, you know, it's young in that way. Yeah, I'm just thinking about my meal, man. That was some good quiche, bro. You know what? It's I like I told you guys before. Lampard out is going a bit too far for me. So for me, this is interesting. Like the situation that this is created for the football club, for somebody who is kind of on the fence of whether I really want to care or not. Like it's interesting. Like how long will Roman let this go, and how deep can the divide get between Lampard in, Lampard out? Like just kind of observing this whole situation. I thought the fan base was split during Sarri's tenure.
Oh no, this is whole other level.
This is going to get even worse, especially because the love that people had for Sarri was more about the football side of things. This is flipped to where the love people have for Lampard goes so deep because he's been around the club since 2001.
It's much deeper.
So,
this is much deeper.
How long do you let this go? Do you give him every chance, but in giving him every chance, are you just digging a deeper hole for him? So I kind of don't want to see him sacked. I don't have a hairline, Eric. It's baldness, or just very low shaven. So yeah, how long do they let this go? And that's the interesting part to me, because this could get really, really bad. Like if fuck sorry ball was like as toxic as that got, this could go next level. If the fans were allowed in the stadium, I'd be very curious to see at what point do the fans turn, if they would, on Frank Lampard. But
they wouldn't.
Exactly. I don't think they would. But if you let this keep going, and the sentiment that even if we go to League 2, if we get relegated into non-league, I'm still going to support Chelsea and Frank Lampard.
Yeah, actually,
shut
more
your
people believe
lying
that,
motherfucking ass up. No, you wouldn't support Chelsea in non-league. No, you wouldn't. Because there's non-league teams that are more local to you that you don't support, but you support Chelsea because Chelsea are in the Premier League.
Yeah. No. Those guys are losers, hypocrites, man.
You have people who don't support their local MLS team or their local Australian league team talking about they're going to support Chelsea in non-league. If you don't take your lying ass somewhere else.
Yeah, no. I mean, basically, but it is interesting to see like how long this will go because this is all about Abramovich. It's all about Abramovich now because really for Abramovich, it's
Where's Abdullahi though?
well, no,
it
no,
should be
no.
coming-
I am
should be
worried.
coming there. No.
Yeah.
He was on a different stream before.
Yeah,
so-
because he
Okay.
sent a thing for a different stream.
Okay.
You see, my thing is, and also, I'm also fearful of his
He
brilliance
just
as well.
told me Abdullah just told me he's coming out loud in this stream. So
Oh, oh, so no. Is it no? My thing is like this. It's so crazy how the perception of someone can just change if they sort of change careers or do something. Before Lampard became manager, you're like a deity at Chelsea. You know, you're the guy whose 2 goals gave Chelsea their first ever major trophy, highest scoring goal scoring midfielder, and one of Chelsea's greatest players. So before you became manager, the perception of Lampard was unblemished for Chelsea. As of right now, when we're now looking at the Lampard story, it's Lampard the player, but Lampard the manager. Because there are many guys who loved Lampard the player that are like, my gosh, man, this guy is a garbage manager.
I have a wild conspiracy theory,
Oh,
but
God.
I'll let you cook.
No, yeah. So, because my thing here is, and I see, I've realized that specifically with trying to deal with these guys on Twitter and so forth. I don't know that it's weirdly addictive dealing with morons. I don't know why that is. I'm like, wait, this guy's a moron, but I don't know. I'm actually addicted just to see how moronic this guy can be. So just keep on tweeting at them. So just dealing with these morons on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, you can't get to them. Like, this is actually really, really deep because for them, this isn't about football. This isn't about like how can we get Chelsea?
It's never been about football. If it was about football from the very beginning, everybody would have our point of view.
Yeah. So
Chelsea wouldn't have hired him if this was about football. But
Yeah.
it's totally that's a piece, but it's not the main piece.
No. So which is why I say again, like it's the way in which people support teams is interesting, because for me, I support a team in terms of this is a concept. Because basically, before you came to the stream side, Chelsea is an institution. It's like a company, an institution that gives me enjoyment and excitement. So I want excitement from this institution. But other people view this as like a real family. I have a mother. I've got brothers and sisters. I've got uncles and aunts. I've got cousins that I love. I have a loving family. I don't need another one. No offense to Chelsea, but I don't need Chelsea as my second family. No. So if you know my second family, I have no personal attachments to Lampard succeeding. Like, what? Okay, yeah. We did this play what was cool, but as of right now, as a manager, this is clueless. Back to Abramovich. My thing is, the Abramovich I know, everyone changes. Everyone can change, everyone matures. The Abramovich I know, he's already sacked. So the only thing, if he is still manager by the time Chelsea play Luton or Wolves, Abramovich has maybe changed.
If we look at the results from last season, there was a run where he won like maybe 2 games in 8. And old Abramovich sacks him last season. He doesn't get to season 2 necessarily, and with old Abramovich, I don't think. But I've just quick, Eddie.
Yeah.
I've related this to I don't know if you guys have siblings, but I have a younger brother. So when the way my parents raised me was any mistake, spanking. Like, but my little brother, he learned lessons from me that he didn't want to get spanked. So he was just like, nah, I'm not on that. But my parents, there were things that I couldn't get away with that my brother could, because as my parents matured and got older, they just handled different situations differently. So they didn't meet things necessarily with violence. It was just more like, I can be more diplomatic with this. I don't have to necessarily inflict pain necessarily. And I wonder, and I see that's a trait that happens a lot, where like the oldest child in the family is the one who gets to smoke. People below learn, but also the parents mature. I wonder if perhaps Abramovich, if we make it like a family, those early managers were like the firstborn children who were just getting smoke. But now in his older ages, he's gotten more mature. Perhaps he's lessened, especially after winning the Champions League, which was what he always wanted.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's gotten a little bit more judicious and diplomatic with the way that he goes about managers. So the last one that he had to sack was Mourinho. I don't know if this situation is as bad as what Mourinho had that first half of the 2015-16 season. It's not that bad yet.
Oh, no.
But every other manager, Sarri got to the end of the season. Conte got to the end of the season. So perhaps that's maybe instructive for us. And at least that's how I see it. That perhaps Abramovich isn't as confrontational as he was in the beginning, because Chelsea are at a higher level in their development than they were in 2004.
So basically, you're basically making an argument that Abramovich is buying into this process crap. Then,
well, I think, yeah, for all intent and purpose. And put it this way, and this I just thought of this, but we can add this to the analogy. Like, the youngest in the family always gets privilege because they're the baby, so they kind of get a little bit more leeway with what the parents are willing to do. Because, that's still my baby. You could be 30 years old, but if you're the youngest in the family, your mom or your dad, they might let you get away with little stuff that the elder child wouldn't. Frank Lampard, for all intent and purpose, is a Chelsea baby. He's like the way that you would see a young child is how people view Frank Lampard, because he's a club legend. Like, you're going to be very careful and protective of him. So he will get more rope than a Sarri, than a Conte, than a Mourinho, than a whomever, because of what he means to the club in general, like the history of it. So,
okay, so actually, let me just take some of these your chats, guys. From Ryan, thanks for the dub. Says 18 months in and no tactics, no patterns of play, no clear style or philosophy, just crosses spammed over and over again. Leicester never got out of second gear, not even close to good enough. Horrendous, horrible. It was a very, very easy game for Leicester City, man. From Dango Kamal says Lampard has been sacked according to Sky Sports. Hold up.
It's a lie, dog.
Okay, it's a lie. But hold on. Easy. Don't get my hopes up. Don't you dare get my hopes up. From Cotley Awesome. Surely Super Frank got a goal. This cannot continue. I hope so. But from what Daniel is saying, I don't think so. Solid Chief says,
I just wonder if Roman has evolved himself to where the attributes that we would attribute to him in the past aren't necessarily applicable to present times.
Okay. From Solid Chief, who says, I think Tuchel would be a great fit to HH. What do you think? I don't think he would be a great fit. He'll be better than Lampard. I still have questions of Tuchel's credentials as a manager and a coach, and specifically in this situation Chelsea are in, I wouldn't put all my marbles in Tuchel being instantly successful, but he'd be better than what Chelsea have right now.
You guys want some Lampard quotes that are coming out from the press conference?
Okay, actually, wait, let me do this chat and then we can get there. So, Martin Rosario says, imagine winning a CL in 2012 by Juju, hater, and Fluke Magic and thinking you're a CL club. This is your karma for thinking you're at Madrid or Pools level. Stay humble. Latin Lozario, screw you. Worry about the Serie. Dungu Kamal says, who plays two number 10s against the best counter-attacking side in the league? Francisco Jeremiah Lampard. Ask him. From KT7 says, our players can't even take players on except Pulisic. And from Dean Kavanagh says, just hope that folded arms is hiding a P45. So what are you saying, Daniel? They said there's some quotes from...
Lampard said, the general theme of our performance was slow, sluggish, with a lack of desire to run, and that can come back... with a desire to run, and that can come with a lack of confidence. We got beaten by the better team. Lampard on his future. This is from Nizar Cancella, goal, Chelsea correspondent. On his future, I can't control it. I have been asked over the last few weeks. I understand it, and it is the expectation of the club, whether it is right or wrong. We are not in the same position of Chelsea squads that were winning leagues. Lampard said Chelsea is not a club that's ready to compete, and he said that he sensed this moment would come in the season. So Chelsea aren't ready to compete. They're not in the position of past squads, and it was slow and sluggish with a lack of desire to run. So those are the things that I stood out from those few tweets. So
lack of desire to run. I wonder where that comes from. I just wonder, maybe it's because the players have given up.
No, but and it's the same thing that he said. Basically, this is why I said he should be sacked after the Arsenal game, when he chastised the entire team for not giving enough effort.
He called them lazy, basically.
Lazy. That has to come from the manager. If an entire team is lazy and they're not working for you, that means these guys don't believe in you. They don't really need to work for you because, I said again, manager versus the players will always win. And the players know that they will always win. And the players, now if you have a certain player, now he may get frozen out. If the players as a union come together, they will always win over the manager. The manager will never win that battle. From what I've seen from the players is that they've said, you know what, F this, man. Screw this. Is like, I'm sorry, we just don't believe in what this guy is saying. We just don't believe what this guy is feeding us, man. But
how do you think Hudson-Odoi and Havertz feel watching Pulisic was not great today. But he got the whole 90 minutes. Hudson-Odoi didn't. And the way that he kind of looked over when he was walking off the pitch, I just kind of felt like, I wonder what he's thinking. Like, so I didn't get to start the last game. You're taking me off early this game. Like, what's going on? Like, what is it? Like,
Lampard
and meanwhile, it's not like there's some great solution coming off the bench with Werner, or Ziyech isn't in a great vein of form, or Pulisic again gets all 90. Like, just I wonder what that would do to somebody. And then the comments that we've heard from like Peter Bosch and all of these different guys about Havertz, and then you take him off. I wonder what he's thinking, like in his own, the way Lampard's gone about man management. Perhaps I think he's losing people.
It's horrible.
No.
That you would assume would have been on his side.
No, I think the key thing is body language. I always look at body language of players on the pitch when they get subbed off and so forth. And you can just see from the players that they're just playing. There isn't a real desire to really be like, okay, this is what we're really doing. Like when you look at Leicester City, everybody just switched on. They're more switched on. For the Chelsea players, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? All right, let's just play like as if we just met each other in a park, you know. All right, I mean, we know how to play. Okay, we know that. Okay, 1-2 here, pass here, but there isn't an actual synergy flowing through the team. And the thing that I said is that how much longer can this keep on going on? Because as you said, the fan base is split. You're dealing with the guys who will not change. That is the scary thing. If this was Francisco Lampardinho, the entire fan base will be like, get this dude out. They'll be demanding. Nobody, and this is the sick thing, this is the hypocritical thing. Not a single Chelsea fan will say, hey man, let's give him time. It's a process. It's a new day. Nobody will be saying that if this was a foreign manager, because it's Lampard. The guys they will look at that garbage performance that is one of many, where you are totally outclassed and should have lost 4-0. I'm like, nah, man, it's a process. Like, see, guys, how do you invest 200 million and try to convince me this team isn't ready yet?
I mean, that's what he just said, essentially, that they're not ready to contend. I mean, so
when will they be ready to contend? They're like in 2 years, 3 years?
Let me get this straight, though. You had a team that was top 4 last season. Top 4. You add 6 players? All that the manager wanted? They signed 7 or 8, but you add 6. Those 6 players cost £220 million or whatever it was. And you can't improve on 4th.
How do you... I've never heard of a situation where you've regressed after buying players. Like, I've never seen... For Lampard, help me out here.
Well, no, I've seen people regress, like, after buying players. I'm sure I can't think of them off top, but this many quality players that you want, players that you have... he's calling Werner, he's calling Havertz, he's calling Ziyech. I have a plan for you, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they're starting like 1 game out of 5. Werner's now on the bench. Ziyech is coming off the bench, even though he's fit. Like, what was your plan to start, and how have you abandoned that already? So he's just a confusing... Lampard is confused himself because this is new territory for him. So everything he does and says is going to confuse us. Like, you can't get understanding from confusion. It won't happen. So if Lampard himself doesn't know what to do, then everything he does is going to confuse him and it's going to confuse
because
us.
you see, the thing about it is that this is a situation you never want an inexperienced manager to be in. Pep was lucky because, boom, you just had the golden touch. As soon as he came in, winning. So there were never any questions that he ever had to answer because every single year you won a trophy. But for Lampard, because you're so inexperienced and now you're now having to deal with issues and with the media and with the man management and with low morale, a lack of experience which is being shown is you're contradicting yourself. You don't really know the right things to say.
Can you help me out here, Half-Hope? Jamie Redknapp's relation to Frank Lampard is cousin?
Cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Jamie Redknapp's mother is Frank Lampard's aunt. So basically, Jamie Redknapp's mother and Frank Lampard's mother are twins.
Got you. Okay. So if Jamie Redknapp comes out and says you're giving Hudson-Odoi an opportunity, what did he do? One opportunity and he ends up falling over a lack of quality. Do you think Lampard has discussions with his cousin and talks about different players, or you think Redknapp's just kind of coming up with stuff off the top of his head?
No. Look, every time even today, because I saw Jimmy Redknapp on the whole Sky Sports thing, I just put mute. I'm like, why am I going to listen to something that a guy's cousin is going to say? Is he really going to be fully objective talking about his cousin?
Well, that's what I wonder. Like, I wonder, like, if they have conversations about football, maybe like
for sure.
The tidbits about Hudson-Odoi and this and that, like, yo, he didn't have a good training. He's not this. He's not that. I wonder, perhaps, maybe if those could sneak into his commentary. But I remember when Mourinho called him a brilliant football brain, and he was being quite sarcastic.
So wait, I'm gonna bring Eddie, man. Like, where are you on this, man? Where are you on this, man? Help me out here, man.
Look, I did mention to you, HH, that look, in the dressing room, any dressing room for that matter, players talk and players know when something is working and when something's not. It doesn't baffle me that there's only one player fighting for Lampard out there, and we all know who that player is. and that's the problem, because we all know the reason why Mason Mount is putting in so much effort to make sure Frank Lampard keeps his job. Because the moment another manager walks in that room, every other player is going, boom, there's new life in here. Like, and that's just where I'm at with it. It's like Simon Johnson said, it's a matter of when, not if. Like, we just need to do this as quick as possible. Like, if they could do this right now or tomorrow morning per se, sweet. I mean, the season's back up, but right now the season's over. HH, pull up the Premier League table. I saw that. I was laughing.
I don't watch it.
Chelsea.
I'll do that, but
let me tell you this. Chelsea are 3 points ahead of Aston Villa. Aston Villa have 4 games in hand.
Wait, have any of you guys played FIFA Ultimate Team?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Zero chemistry.
Yeah. Zero chemistry. Okay, I mean, let me even pull this thing up, man.
No, we're 3 points ahead of Aston Villa but they have 4 games in hand. That's bad.
Yeah, bro. Like, even if Everton win their game, man, I mean.
Do you know what I find quite interesting?
Look at that, man. God damn.
It seems Lampard is again kind of going after players' desire to run, their willingness, their this, their that. How many times is he gonna be outmanaged, outcoached, out tactic, out thought, out planned, out everything?
Exactly.
And the brunt of the blame from his mouth always goes back to what the players are doing. He takes zero accountability for his actions, his responses, his indecisions or decisions, his thinking or lack of thinking. No. I don't think I've ever heard him say one critical word about himself, and that's the most troubling thing, because you'll see certain instances where, like, a Mourinho or a Pep or a Klopp, where they'll say, I got that wrong. That's on me. Like, obviously the team needs to do better, but I could do better myself. I don't think I've even heard him say that. No, Daniel,
it's
on me too.
Very simply,
and that would be very frustrating for me.
Very simply. Looking at that game, how is running more going to change what happened in that game? That's tactics. That's strategy. That is team chemistry. That is okay, do you have a structure as to how you're going to break this team down? Are guys working together in tandem to create triangles and a chemistry to try and break teams down? So, of course, you have to run on everything, but how will you look at that game and just say, man, we didn't run enough? What?
That's something I don't understand. You consider the goal from a short corner, and you're trying to chat to me about running. The second goal was a straight up. The second goal came from a goal kick. Came from a goal kick. Like that's the kind of nonsense we're dealing with here. Like these players were not even organized for a simple goal kick from Schmeichel. You can't tell me running changes anything when you don't have tactics. If you tell me, about, okay, there are some things we could have done, maybe getting some spaces. No, yeah, I'll understand. But I'm telling you, at the start of the second half, these players had no idea what they were doing. I think they all figured out, okay, look, there's no space for us out wide. Let's try to play through the middle. And I could see Mounts running into Havertz running into Abraham. The whole space was clogged. We couldn't get passes in. It's like simple, basic things, man. We're not doing properly.
I mean,
have hope. I mean, you look exasperated and you must expect that this is we should have known. Everyone should have known. I think we did know that this is eventually where this club would end up.
No.
Just give him enough time, and this is what will be.
My annoyance is, I fear what Daniel is saying could be right. That Abramovich is like, man, F it. All right, keep it. And the thing that just annoys that Lampard, you're just literally you're learning on the job, and you've wasted the potential of a team. Because it is just so aggravating that you're looking at a guy like Ziyech. Actually, I love Ziyech because I know what this guy can do and I know how good this player can be. And I can, even if Havertz, I don't rate him that highly, but I can see what a Havertz and Ziyech could be. I can see how this team can play. But you have a guy who is bowing down at the feet of Mason Mount. I'm seeing a guy in the live chat saying that Mason Mount had a 100% dribble success rate, 100% tackles, and I should respect Mason Mount because he cares about Chelsea. So everything is so messed up and so screwed up, and this is so what I didn't sign up for, where we're now in a situation where like Mason Mount is now the example that everyone should now take heed for. But okay, cool. Leicester City. What did Mason Mount? How was Mason Mount the best player on that pitch? Forget stats.
No.
Was Mason Mount the best player on that pitch? Did Mason Mount really try to really help or stand out for Chelsea to help them win that game? From the match I saw, I didn't know. And I don't need stats to see that. So the issue here is that the key players, the true ballers in this team, the manager's not getting the best out of them because this is the key point I wanted to make. It's more than just a tactics thing. This is a training thing. So my thing is that even if you put players in their right positions, it's about what training regimes are you doing? What training routines are you doing? And are the players, do they agree with the direction that you're taking them? For me, no, because this team just looks completely out of sorts, totally out of sync.
Did you see the training clip that was put out on Twitter? With all the players standing around and Lampard just walking around. They're like, this is why we're doomed. Because no one moves in training. I mean, they probably do some socially distanced training. That's why they have no chemistry.
Can I ask like one kind of sort of... I want a serious answer. Like, I don't want, just nonsense. Like, it's not... I'm not joking necessarily.
Okay.
And the comment section can get in on this as well. Because I've been wondering this for the past week, and I just haven't asked anybody about it. But if Lampard were sacked, what club would take him? So for instance, and I'll kind of show you my path, right? Pochettino gets sacked from Spurs. He gets picked up by PSG. Tuchel gets sacked by PSG. He's now linked with Chelsea. So they're kind of parallel moves. Like it's known that you're on a level, and you can get sacked, but it doesn't destroy your reputation much to where you're not going to get a club that's also at that level. And that's why I said I didn't want people to joke, because obviously now we're seeing Huesca. I know. But like seriously though, what if Lampard leaves Chelsea? What is his actual level? Because he's at Chelsea. It's not Elche, guys. That's not to be disrespectful to Elche, but that might be, or to Lampard, but that might be too high, because that's like in the Spanish first division. I'm not sure, but so if he leaves, what's his level actually? Because Derby was a favor from his uncle. He's at Chelsea because he was a Chelsea legend. So what is his actual level as a manager?
Daniel, you're hitting some truth bombs that people don't want to contend with.
And this is what I've been wondering, because I don't know what his actual level as a manager is. He's been given a lot, but I don't know what for, other than just his name.
No. As I said, like, this is why it is.
And again, have hope. It's not to be disrespectful. Like I'm not saying like
real.
like go manage some non-league team.
Wait, Daniel. I was the guy that told you that. Like, I looked up the story. The Derby County chairman, when Lampard's name came up, he said no.
Yeah.
Then Harry Redknapp called him up and said, "Hey, come on, please, just give him a chance, give him a shot." So if it was done if it was not for Harry Redknapp, Lampard wouldn't have had that Derby County job. So, and for Chelsea, which is what I think Eddie and Abdullahi is saying, that they gave it to John. They asked John Terry first, and he said, "No, I'm not ready." Then they came to Lampard. So Lampard, that's a sentiment thing. So both jobs you've had was not based on merit. It was not based on your CV. So if you're to get sacked, why would anybody hire you? Okay, why would Southampton hire you? What are your links to Southampton? Does Harry Redknapp know the Southampton owner? So
it might go Tottenham.
Oh yeah, true. Because I read up has things with soccer and so forth. So yeah, so my thing is that these stupid so-called proper Chelsea fans who swear by Lampard and that Lampard is the right man to take this guy full on. What club in a top division in any country, and I mean any country, I'm talking Turkey, I'm talking Belgium, I'm talking Alaska, which club in any top league would say, man, Lampard, we want him as a manager based on your work for Derby County and Chelsea?
Look, I mean, based on his work, no one takes him. But we all know, nepotism will still play a part in whatever role he gets.
Right.
Or familiarity will play a role in whatever role he gets. Watch what happens when Lampard gets sacked or leaves Chelsea. It will be a thing where, okay, some of these players probably weren't his players. The players didn't understand what he was trying to do. They'll spin it some type of way to make Lampard look good, so he can get another top job. He's not going to go beyond the championship. Let's be real, man. He's not going to go past the championship. Like, he might get a job at probably not a West Ham. David Moyes looks like he'll be there for a while. Say Crystal Palace. Yeah, I saw that report. And you should show that to proper Chelsea fans who told me his dream job was Chelsea. That's why he wanted to do well at Chelsea. So I mean, he could probably get a job. Let me look at this table again. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, a Burnley, a Brighton, no, not a Brighton.
I want to take Kelso.
A Newcastle. You know, you could get a job at a Crystal Palace. Newcastle.
I mean, come on, man.
Isn't that? Wait,
you see,
like. Look. I think that's okay. Let's be real. Would Scunthorpe take him?
See, I knew it would end up here. This is what I didn't. This is why I didn't want him to go.
It's a question. Would Scunthorpe take him?
Yes, because his name is Frank Lampard.
Yes, because his name is Lampard.
So like that plays into the calculus that he is an England legend. So there are clubs that would take him just off the strength of Lampard. That's probably why. So Derby just hired Wayne Rooney because he's Wayne Rooney. Like, somebody will hire John Terry because he's John Terry. But I'm trying to get to, like, what is his actual level? If we strip away Frank Lampard and we just the name and he's just the person, and you put his blind resume up against another person's, what is his actual level? And that's what we have to look at. So, like, if you gave me Mourinho's blind resume or Pep's blind resume, you would say, oh, Champions Leagues, plural, different leagues, England, Spain, Italy for Mourinho, Germany for Pep. Like, so this is an accomplished manager that we would want anywhere. You put Lampard's CV or it's just his blind resume, who's taking it? And
A League One team.
and that is kind of my confusion, that a lot of people are holding on to the name or the person who's at the top of the, but this isn't about who you are, it's about what you can do. And I think we're seeing now it's slipping.
People just can't see that, man. People just, and I think because which is why, man, this is sort of like, it's like an interesting social experiment into
That's why I
human
told you I
beings
want to see
and
how long
people.
this goes.
Yeah, because for
where
people,
does it
it's
end?
like, it's quite scary that your attachment to what a guy did as a player several years ago is so deep. You're devoid of how the team you claim to follow is performing and doing. It is really fascinating.
Do you know what? I thought about that too.
All these people
That-
saying Nigeria coach, you'll stop, man.
Relax, chill. Like, I don't want to be anywhere near the national team coach, please.
Listen, the conversations that we have about unqualified or brick European managers going to manage Africa, if you saw Frank Lampard managing Ghana, would you be surprised?
Is it
Now,
make friends? Martin Nationals, screw you, man. F you, man.
now, okay,
Nah,
guys, this is key because we do the complicated Chelsea show and we're against proper Chelsea fans or what have you. How can you be a proper Chelsea fan but support someone who's evidently bad for the thing that you're a proper fan of?
It's weird. It's weird.
It's like supporting Lampard seems to be a net negative. But if backing a net negative, how can you be proper?
No. They are redefining the word proper. That's what they are. They've taken the word proper and they've repackaged it. So they've repackaged it to mean that proper means you have to support certain individuals who have contributed largely to this club in a major way, and you have to support them through thick and thin. That's what proper is. No matter what, through thick and thin, you must defend the Lampards, the Drogbas, the Terrys, the Ashley and so forth. So for them, let's say that's what proper means. But by definition, proper, you say proper Chelsea, not proper Lampard fan, proper Chelsea fan. If you're a proper Chelsea fan, it should be, all right, what is best for Chelsea? But they just repackaged it to me that what's best for Chelsea is what
makes me feel good. That's their whole thing. Like Lampard being manager makes me feel good because of the story that's behind it. So I'll put everything else to the side because of this feeling that I might get. Like I said, did you guys see the tweet that I sent? Like in the DM where it was like, I would take one Premier League with Frank Lampard instead of two with anybody else in the next 3 years.
That's stupid. Who?
But it's the fairy tale. They are fairy tale merchants. They need that injected into them because for people, they are like, my gosh, if Lampard can just win a trophy for Chelsea, like that will just fulfill some kind of weird desire that our guys have. So Alex says, can Fat Sat save Fat Frank? No, because the hazard that we see right now is finito, man, and that's just me keeping it real. Dungu Command says proper means that.
I mean, I don't think he's joking.
I mean, it's Brexit football right now.
It's funny, but it's probably true.
It's Brexit
probably
football here, man.
Is Lampard getting sacked right now the best thing for Chelsea? Yes, it is.
Hell yeah.
The sooner the better, because the sooner you sack him, the more time you have. Basically, because this is what I was saying at the beginning of it. The season is finished. The Premier League season, it's done.
Yeah, it's the Champions League season is done as well.
Oh no,
Lampard, manager.
No. Eddie, see, for a new manager, you might have time to repackage a team come mid-February against Atletico. Premier League, I think that is done.
If Lampard were to be sacked, do you think Morris goes with him in a sign of solidarity, or do you think he would stay to be interim?
Morris goes with him. They're both doing the same thing. Like,
so who's the Di Matteo in your guys' scenario? Like the number, like just the guy that comes in, like Eddie Newton or Chelsea with the black manager would be fucking hilarious, by the way. But
Gus Hiddink, I think.
Yeah.
Hiddink
Easy
or,
fix, man.
Avram Grant.
I saw Avram Grant, but I just think that's people being funny. But imagine,
Lampard can get Chelsea to top 4.
Actually, to be fair, Hullet was Chelsea manager at one point. So
player manager.
Yeah, so
Well, who's gonna be?
we've seen it
Thiago
before.
Silva.
Chelsea had a manager with locks, with
Yes,
dreads.
yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Those were the
Silva.
heydays of Chelsea. Those were the heydays of Chelsea with
When it was
Hullitz,
just player managers, we go from
yeah. Because also because he had the
Vialli,
player
yeah.
manager, yeah.
yeah.
Can you imagine that the Thiago Silva player manager to the end of the season?
Bro, look, nothing will shock me here, man. And then Hank says Lampard and Redknapp are Tories. Screw both of them. Look, it doesn't so see.
Facts only.
I didn't know because you told me that they are Tories. Okay, are they Tories? But then I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that they would be Tories, man. Ryan says Tuchel, Allegri, Nagelsmann, or someone else. I would
Tuchel if I'm a Chelsea fan.
I would say Allegri.
Nah, so
I'd
you would.
say
You would
someone else from.
you want Ancelotti, but that's not happening, bro.
Yeah, but Brendan Rodgers, man.
Why would he leave the team that?
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, they're top of the table. Like he has a legitimate chance to win.
Yeah, I
the
think with
title.
Brendan right now, he would be stupid to leave because you're like, bro, like because see, Brendan Rodgers is like, now this is management. What he's doing with Leicester City, this is management. How much money has he had to spend?
Just if we're thinking about it logically, like what's the point gap between Leicester and Chelsea right now? 9 points.
Yeah.
Do you think Brendan Rodgers could come to Chelsea and make up 9 points?
No.
I don't think he could in half a season.
No, I'm not saying get him now.
Oh, you mean at the end?
At the end of the season, yeah. At the end of the season.
Chelsea could be. So if Southampton win, Chelsea could be 9th.
Are you ready for my conspiracy theory, Hefo?
No.
What if in
go on.
2001, this was all a long game from West Ham United to get Chelsea relegated? So they send Frank Lampard to Chelsea for 11 million, and they tell him, they tell him, okay, Frank, we want you to become a Chelsea legend.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna say you hate us, everything about us, but you're gonna become a Chelsea legend. They're gonna give you the managerial reins at some point, and what we want you to do is relegate them. And he's like, that's my remit. That's what I gotta do. Cool. So then for 20 years, he's busting his ass being a Chelsea legend to get the position.
That is a wild ass theory, man.
Look at the table. Look at the table right now.
I don't want to look at the table.
It's West Ham 7th, Chelsea in 8th. So the plan is working.
Chelsea are below West Ham.
And equal games. So what if this was their plan since 2001? That's my,
Man, please.
fan fiction. It's just some fan
Please,
fiction.
Red Devil sort of says, I ask again, HH, will Chelsea finish above United?
It cost 11 million, and it took 20 years. But
Red Devil, you know the answer for that, and I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of giving you the answer, so I'm not going to answer you.
The answer is no. No. Nunca. I don't know what that means.
So guys, I mean, so okay,
no
so
Abdullahi?
he came in and then he then cuts off.
I know he was there, and then he.
Yeah.
His
So-
network cut off.
So guys, just before we end, because I need to go and prepare for thingy. So by Luton Town, he won't be sacked. So he's not getting sacked. You guys think he won't not getting? By tomorrow, he won't be sacked.
If he makes it to Thursday, he's all right.
Yeah, if he makes it to the weekend,
need
he's
to-
fine. Like
He needs the 21st. Because if Roma's going to sack him, it's going to be tomorrow. That's what happened with Mourinho. Like, he was sacked the next day. It happened with Villas Boas. They lost to West Brom.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, he was sacked. So if he survives till not Wednesday but Thursday, he's all right, and he's got another game to rescue himself.
Oh God! Martin Rosales is a sick guy. So Martin Rosales says Lampard should coach the Orlando Magic.
He should coach the Brooklyn Nets, right?
Martin Rosales, no. Let's get the.
yeah, so that.
I don't want to see Lampard anywhere near anything that have any so much of an attachment. Like you see. He's not going to. Let's say before Lampard was manager, I was, you know what? Because I remember Zola has always been my. Drogba has Zola and Drogba have been my favorite Chelsea players that I've felt closest to. Zola got me into Chelsea. Drogba, look, African, black, blah, 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 is what it is. So I never felt as close to Lampard as I did to Zola, Hasselbank, Drogba, and Desailly. You can see a pattern there, So and also like basically Zola is black if you look at it from a particular angle and everything. So
like Zola was number 2 for Conte, and I remember thinking, if Conte leaves that second season and Zola's manager, what will that do to his legacy? Oh, was it Sarri?
Sorry, it was Sarri.
Yeah, it was Sarri. It was
Sarri.
whichever.
Oh yes, it was Sarri. Yes,
whichever the Italian manager was. There's been
They're
so
both
many.
Italian, anyways.
Yeah, like
it was Sarri.
Ranieri, Ancelotti, Sarri, Conte, Vialli. Like, there's just so many Italians. But it was Sarri. So I remember thinking, like, if Sarri dips and Zola then takes over, like, it's gonna be a bit weird for some people.
No. For me, I mean, I said again, like, I just want this guy sacked.
They said Chelsea should hire Ted Lasso.
Who is Ted Lasso?
He's like a fictional character on an Apple show.
Look, guys, look. I don't know what else to say. All I'm saying is that I pray and I hope Lampard is sacked.
Who's the next game?
Luton Town FA Cup and then
Premier
Wolves.
League. Premier League. Wolves. Ooh, home or away?
It's at home.
All right.
So basically, let's just look at this. So it's Luton Town, Wolves, Burnley, Tottenham.
Wednesday, Saturday.
Wednesday as well.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Whew. I mean, if he loses one of those, not sure he makes it. Like that Fulham. If Fulham didn't get that red card and it was a draw into a loss rather than a win into a loss,
Yeah. Oh,
That would have been a loss, man.
But yeah, he's been lucky. So let's
Alright,
see
guys,
what happens.
Look, man. Thank you, guys in here as well. By the way, guys, look, if he wants to shave your balls pristinely, and groom yourself, the link is in the description box. Manscaped, okay, and use the code CCS, which is the complicated Chelsea show. Use the code CCS to get 20% off. Hey, there we go. Get 20% off Manscaped products. Link is in the description box below. Use the code CCS. Your balls will thank you. Look good and look groomed for your female friends by looking pristine, looking shiny, and make sure that your balls are very well waxed. Use the code CCS. Link is in the description box below. Guys, Lampard, Abramovich, I am begging you, please, I am begging you, please. Give me an early birthday present and
Look
sack
at this.
this
He's
mofo.
praying to white Jesus. Like,
Black Jesus, please. Black Jesus, please. African Jesus with a wide nose and curly hair and black skin. Please. Guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Stay sexy. And your boys out. All right, guys. I'm out. Peace. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.
that comment is